From our newsroom to your classroom, this is CNN Student News. Thank you for spending part of your Tuesday with us. I'm Carl Azus. First up, a final press conference for President George W. Bush as he begins his last full week in the White House. He's planning to address the nation later on this week. But yesterday, the president held his last Q&A session with the media. He discussed some things that he believed went well during his time in office, some he said that didn't go quite according to plan. Elizabeth Manresa has the details on the event.
Describing it as the ultimate exit interview, President George W. Bush opened his final news conference with the classic Bushism. This one perhaps intentional.
Sometimes you misunderestimated me.
The 43rd president in his last days in office is opening up about the past 8 years.
There have been disappointments.
But Mr. Bush said he is proud of the job his administration has done.
Look, I inherited a recession. I'm ending on a recession. In the meantime, there were 52 months of uninterrupted job growth.
George W. Bush first took office in 2001. Early in his term, he became a wartime president. He is leaving office with a high unemployment rate, a slow economy, and dismal approval ratings. But the president believes history will decide his fate.
I don't see how I can get back home in Texas and look in the mirror and be proud of what I see if I allowed the loud voices, the loud critics, to prevent me from doing what I thought was necessary to protect this country.
Mr. Bush also revealed what it might be like for President-elect Obama.
He will feel the effects the minute he walks in the Oval Office.
Something this president may carry with him.
I wish you and your families all the best. God bless you.
The president and his wife, Laura, will wake up in their new Texas home the day after the inauguration of the 44th president. In Washington, I'm Elizabeth Manresa for CNN Student News.
All right, staying in Washington, it looks like the controversy surrounding Roland Burris, the man picked to fill Barack Obama's open Senate seat, may be coming to an end. Senate Democratic leaders say Burris should be sworn in and seated sometime this week. That's a 180 from last week when Senate Democrats argued that Burris should not be seated because he was appointed by Illinois Governor Rod Blagojevich, the governor accused of trying to sell that Senate seat for his own personal gain.
Time for the shout-out. The word lunch comes from what language? If you think you know it, shout it out. Is it German, Latin, Russian, or Middle English? You've got 3 seconds. Go! Lunch is short for luncheon, which is believed to come from the Middle English word for a midday meal. That's your answer, and that's your shout-out.
It has been said that there is no such thing as a free lunch. And that is why when classes started back up after the holidays, some Colorado students went without their midday meal. You see, their accounts were unpaid to the total tune of just $10,000. The school's solution cooked up a bit of controversy. Matt Renew of affiliate KUSA serves up the story.
Go right up there. We got some.
At the Steamboat Springs Middle School,
Cut back on a lot of the preservatives.
Director of Nutrition Max Hubbard is well known for his creative
Gonna do a Moroccan chicken with couscous.
and inexpensive lunches.
That's only $3 a lunch.
Thank you.
Those hot lunches have also served up some heated discussion.
Heard about it from my son. He came home upset because he had shared his lunch with another kid who didn't have any at all.
Some elementary, middle, and high school students were turned away from the hot lunch counter because of unpaid lunch accounts.
They have an account, and these accounts have accrued debt over time.
When that debt spread from kid to kid and reached several $1,000s district-wide,
We have, over the months, accrued a $10,000 debt in hot lunches.
it was more than the district could swallow, so they first notified parents to pay up, then cut some kids off.
To let them know that when we came back from the holidays in January, we would no longer be able to serve hot lunches.
The district says free and reduced lunch programs were not affected, and elementary students were offered snack food, but some middle school and high school students went without a lunch.
It was the first day of the new year. The kids had been out on break for 2 weeks.
And parents like Lorraine Morrison feel not only was the timing wrong, but so was punishing the kids.
Kind of the wrong way to handle the situation, to punish the kids for the parents forgetting to pay.
As for the school district, they say most of the debt has now been repaid.
We got back, roughly 80% of our lost income.
So Max can get back to serving more of those famous hot lunches.
See if you can ID me. I'm located in the Pacific Ocean off the northeastern coast of Australia. I stretch for more than 1,250 miles. I'm home to hundreds of species of coral, as well as many kinds of birds, fish, worms, and sponges. I'm the Great Barrier Reef, made up of thousands of individual reefs.
For reasons you're about to see, the Great Barrier Reef is a popular tourist attraction. Maybe you can't afford to travel there. Maybe you can get a job looking after it. An Australian company is currently accepting applications for a position that requires little qualifications, comes with tons of perks. Atika Schubert examines what could be the best job in the world.
Wanted, one island caretaker of Australia's Great Barrier Reef. Pay $100,000 US for 6 months of watching whales, feeding turtles, or whatever else you'd like to do on a tropical island. Oh, you might have to clean the pool at the beachfront 3-bedroom luxury house that comes with this package. And all you have to do is write a weekly blog for the Tourism Board of Queensland about your island experience. So is it a job too good to be true?
You get a 3-bedroom luxury apartment with a swimming pool and £73,000 a year.
That can't be right. It's got to be a catch somewhere.
Sounds like a good job, yeah. I should go bikini hunting straight away.
Tourism Queensland insists there's no catch, just, quote, the best job in the world. Others might call it a publicity stunt for Australian tourism, but one that just might work.
Word of mouth is really important now. You need to hear from fellow travellers what a destination is really like. So what better way than to create a job to allow someone to do that? They have to be over 18, they have to be able to swim, and apart from that, it's open to anybody.
The land down under has been hit hard by the credit crunch. Tourism Research Australia says tourist numbers could fall by 4% this year, especially from mainstay markets like the UK. So, will the best job in the world spark new interest?
Well, so far so good. On opening day, the website has been flooded with 33 hits per second. All applicants have to do is submit a 60-second video to this website, islandreefjob.com, explaining why they are the perfect candidate to be island caretaker. It's very tempting.
11 lucky finalists will be flown to Australia for a final round of interviews before an island caretaker is chosen. 26-year-old Louise Cryan saw it in the paper on Monday morning and immediately called up, one of the first to apply.
It's actually a real job, so that's amazing. And just thought, what a great place to go and spend 6 months. Looked out the window, it's such a grey and miserable day, so who wouldn't want to go?
So, rainy London versus sunny Australia in the middle of a credit crunch? What would you choose?
For me, with everything that's going on in my life, it couldn't come at a better time.
Well, better get your applications in. The deadline for the best job in the world is February 22nd. Atika Schubert, CNN, London.
And finally today, a distinguished performance from an award-winning journalist. Yeah, that's CNN's Wolf Blitzer getting his groove on during an appearance on the Ellen DeGeneres Show. Get low, Wolf. Audiences are used to him being a bit more stationary, but what you probably don't know is that when someone plays music in a TV studio, wherever that studio may be, news anchors just got to get down. For example, oh yeah, just part of my job. Although I think my moves are a bit better than Blitzer's. We want to know what you have to say. I say it's embarrassing, but what do you think is better, the smooth style of Wolf, the fancy footwork of yours truly? Which anchor busts the best move? Head to our blog, cast your vote, and be nice. We'll see you again tomorrow. I'm Carl Azuz.